went to college in '74, man. That was before busing and all that. I went on a Cleveland scholarship, which was an affirmative action program, because black students stopped going to Kent State because of the shooting in 1970, 4 dead in Ohio. So when the blacks were in school, they heard the National Guards were coming, so all the black students said, we got to go home. Because they already know, if they down there, they're gonna get killed. So all the black students left and just never returned. So they did a big movement to get black students back. So I went to college off of a scholarship. So I got down there, my 3 roommates were all white. 2 of them had never spoken to a black person before. I mean, it was amazing. And they said, well, you grew up in an all-black neighborhood. I said, yeah, I never went to school with whites. I said, but I've talked to whites. You know, I got teachers, jobs, and I watch TV. Y'all have never talked to a black person? Well, get ready. And I taught them boys so much. And I thought we were going along cool until 2 weeks. You know, in 2 weeks you can get room changes in college. I was walking in my dorm, and I was walking past room change, and all my roommates was in line, but I didn't know what the line was. So I walked through and I said, hey man, what y'all in line for? They put their heads down, and they was all changing rooms. So I asked my roommate why he was changing room. His father told him, you're not staying with a black person. So he left. Me and this guy are the best of friends today. Because after I flunked out of school, he went on to become a lawyer. I was downtown Cleveland one time and I got in a legal situation and I ran up into him. And he said, man, my dad was an man, I always thought you were a cool guy. We remained friends while we were in school. And he became my lawyer and I hired him and he works for me. He works for me now. College roommate, because he was just a cool dude. So, you know, and I mean, look you don't want your roommate living with me? I turned out pretty good, you know what I'm saying? But I was smart enough not to hold it against his kid, you know. His kid was a good dude, man. And to this day, we're friends. A really, really cool guy. He's smart as hell. He's a great lawyer, man. We do a lot of deals together and so it worked out pretty cool for us. But them other 2, his father, man. I don't know who he thought he was talking to. He came in the room one day, he said, hey, I don't like you living with my son. And I fought Golden Gloves for 5 years, so your old ass whooping my ass is like not going to happen. But the kids were really cool guys, man. That's why, you know, if we all do this together, we could work through this. We just got to get rid of them that ain't willing to work. We could really get along. Everywhere I go, if I get a gig in New York, I take my same staff, you know, because I like to be comfortable. I take them to all of the Miss Universes all around the world, everywhere. We go everywhere together. We were backstage one time, and I couldn't pronounce a word, which is often. You just saw it. If you're 64 and you can't say pinata, it's a lot of that stomps you. If pinata gives you trouble. So they had a big word, and the word, do you remember the word, Ruben? And I asked, nobody was back there. So Terrell said, I got you, big dog. Where were we at, Terrell?
We was here.
And it was a family's name. It was a family name. Okay, it was a really tough name. He simplified. He said, oh, no, dog, I was at rehearsal. It's just Florentine. Now, the name was Florente Rios, some like this. He said, oh, no, they just said Florentine. I come out here. Welcome to Family Feud, everybody. Give it up for the Walters family. And give it up for the Florentine family. The whole family looked defeated. I mean, they went like... Now, what had happened was, in the rehearsal, they had said it would be an insult if you called them the Florentine family. Well, that's what the he heard. So he told me to call him that. I went right out there and said that. That family was like, we're here, the Florentine family. And I saw the hurt on their face. I went backstage, he said, dog, that's what they said in rehearsal. Daniel came back and said, that's what they said. That's the last thing you can call their family. So after that, whenever he in the back and I'm going over names and he chime in, shut the up. That's why I never asked Terrell nothing. All he know where to get in Atlanta, all he know is good pizza. He'll tell you where to get the best pizza because he's from Chicago. That's all. Don't ask him nothing else. Nothing else. Unless the pulpit's gonna allow cussing, nah, I'm not. I'm a man of God, but I have a lot of flaws, as do most people. Well, as do all people. Even ministers got flaws, so I could be one, but nah. My church be packed though, because I'm gonna put comedy and the sermon mixed. Woo! But the only thing about it though, I've been stand up my whole life and they gave me my lifestyle. I'm gonna have a cover charge. Yeah, if I'm gonna give you the shoulder, I'm gonna need at least 75. Hell, I done sold out Phillips Arena, Madison Square Garden, the Staples Center, the Verizon Theater, United Center, MCI Center. I done sold out every basketball arena in this country, man. Ain't no way in the world. I get a church, I'm getting a cover charge. My church gonna be live. It's gonna be wild up in there. I don't give it, you ain't gotta give me no love offering. Just give me that 75, let's go. 15,000 seater. Then I have VIP section, them tickets is $250. And then I have everything on the floor, all the floor seats is $1 1/4. Yo, this church gonna be, whoo! Then balcony seats is 75, 15,000, you do the numbers, that's how we make money. Kings of Comedy, man, tickets was $175. We got 18,000 people. Plus Crown Royal sponsorship. Well, we can't use Crown Royal at the church. That was the Kings of Comedy. They paid a lot of money for that tour, man. Crown Royal people. The only thing was you had to go to the after party every night. And I hated going to clubs, man. I hated it, man. Oh, I hated clubs. Because, you know, we were in our 40s, man, so we wasn't really club dudes no more. We had to go to the club every night because we had to meet the Crown Royal sponsors there. As soon as they came in, we left. But boy, we was in them clubs at night. I hated that. Music loud. You gotta shake hands with people you don't know. Well, you shouldn't have been out here. Here's a story. Long time ago in Atlanta, what is the basketball arena called now? Phillips? State Farm. It used to be Phillips years ago. We were, a friend of mine who does radio here named Ryan Cameron had gotten a gig and we had came into town. This was a long time ago, doing comedy clubs back then. And Ryan Cameron used to be the opening act for all the hip hop acts everywhere. But the Muppets on Ice had came to Phillips. And it was radio night, so they had all of the city radio stations doing a night there. And Ryan had #1 show. So they said the guy with the #1 radio show in Atlanta announces the Muppets on Ice. So I'm backstage with Ryan and J. Anthony Brown, and we backstage, this is in the 90s. And Ryan Cameron been doing hip hop shows his whole career, and he got caught up. He said, "Are you ready for the show to get started?" Everybody say, "Yeah." So all the little kids, yeah, the mothers and fathers. "Are you ready for Miss Piggy?" "Yeah." "Are you ready for Kermit the Frog?" "Yeah." "Are you ready for Big Bird?" "Yeah." "Well, let's make some mother noise." Damn arena got so quiet. me and J. Anthony Brown was laying in the floor. Big Bird was a tall black guy. That took his head off, set it on the ground, and was wheezing laughing. The funniest it's a true story. This really happened. Them mothers was going, "Yeah, let's make some noise." And the little kids went, "Yeah!" That's a true story, man. I can't make this up. The only thing saved his career was this was before social media and all this. So I said, "Oh man, that's the funniest I've ever seen at an ice skating show."